We are going to learn about image adjustment. We're going to look at the auto feature. This is actually how the image was. Then we have the auto feature. Then we're going to look at the manual. Okay, I think the manual is way better than the auto because it just gave me that better feel that I did here. So how do you go from just having your ordinary image turn into auto and having a brighter looking image? Okay, all about image editing now. So let's dive right into Canva and do that now. Okay, so we have the original to image. I'm going to take these two design that I've made. I'm going to bring them all the way to this tab here. That's how you can actually adjust. I selected both and I dragged it all to the end. So this is the original image. I'm going to make a duplicate here by Control D on my keyboard. Now we have this image. So we're going to come to edit and we're going to call it adjustment. Okay, here we're going to click on auto. Okay, auto adjust. What auto adjust is going to do is going to look at the image. It's just going to help you push the sliders to where they want, where they think you should push them to. Okay, then we're going to make another copy. Control D. I'm going to drag this one, arrange it so that it be at the end. So we're going to work on this manually, and this is what I do most of the time with image. I don't really use filter like I taught you in the previous video. I actually use adjustment. Adjustment just depends on what you are going for. Okay, I can actually take out the black here, all the color here, and it's going to be black and white. For example, I know saturation is going to take out all the colors, so that can just give me black and white result instead of going to filter and trying to do some stuff there. Okay, so first up, I like working with my brightness. I just like looking at the image in a way. Sometimes I look at my contrast and I add a little bit of contrast, not that much. I'm always looking at my picture as I'm dragging the sliders. Like if I drag it like this and I don't like what I'm seeing, I just take it down. Okay, not like there's a perfect way, because sometimes the image you're working on depend or tells you, the image you're working on can tell you what sliders you need to drag, and sometimes the feel that you are going for also tell you what you should go for. Like I look at this image, I want it to be bright looking and attractive, so I just want to take some of all the shadows out and maybe just drag and like, this is enough. So you look at the image, how good is it in your eye? And when it comes to design, your eyes, you have to train your eyes to start seeing details that normal people don't see, and it takes time for you to master in a way. But these are basically what I do. You can see I'm always just going to the left now, to the right actually. And let's look at the blacks. I really don't look how, oh, the blacks are not really looking great, but the hair, I think the hair is brownish in a way. So I'm going to introduce some blacks, because if I take it down, like you can see, it's giving this whitewash. I don't want that feel, so I'm just going to introduce some blacks. I don't think I need highlights in a way. Let me see. I think I do. But not as much as I did before. Or maybe. Then vibrance. Vibrance is something like, if all you do is to turn on vibrance, your image is going to look 10 times better. So vibrance is like, it's going to look into the image, and colors that are not popping enough is going to make them pop. This is what you use vibrance for, okay? Vibrance make the image really pop, okay? Vibrance and sharpness are the two things I use with my image. I use on my image all the time, so I'm just going to turn on the sharpness. You can see how bright. If I take it all the way up and I see how sharp and crisp the image look. I also use it to add texture to design, and you can see now that the image is giving this feel, okay, this sharp looking. I don't really like the texture here, but I can take it down a bit so that it can give you this subtle texture look, okay? And you can see how from this is manual, I mean this is auto adjustment, then we have what we did with manual, okay? So your image, so that is how you can actually adjust your image manually and nice. And the good part is, let's say you have this image, you can actually copy this style onto another image, but sometimes I don't really advise it, because sometimes two images are not the same. That's the truth. All image need to be adjusted separately in order for you to give that image the best look ever. But let's say you want to copy, you've done this thing manually, you want it to be on every image you've done, and you have it this way. Okay, let's say you want to bring this lady here into your design, and you want to give this the same adjustment. It may work well, it may not. So let's just try it. I'm going to click on this image. I'm going to copy style. Okay, or you can right click on it and you can say, okay, copy style. Okay, you can click on copy style, then just you see this roller paint icon, then just click on this image. You're going to take everything here and put it on this image. Now you can see the skin color almost look the same. Okay, If I zoom all the way in, you can see it's giving you this the same feel. So what we did with filter by putting it on our different images, you can also do it with this adjustments. You've done it on a single image, you can also copy it to another image. Let's bring in this fair lady. It may not work because she's fair and this kind of melanin color. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it still gives you that kind of a feel a bit. At least they are not that much different except for the background, which is kind of grayish. So that is how you can copy layer style. You can do this with text. I know we've not talked about this, or maybe we've talked about this. I don't know how I'm going to arrange these courses, but you can copy layer style from anything, okay, anything to another thing, okay, even blurriness and all that. So that's how you can actually just adjust your image, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Yeah.